Our next guest is Haley Gray, the writer-director of Send the Rain, showing now or soon at the Kingston Canadian Film Festival. Hi, Haley.
Hello, how's it going?
It is going well. So you're born in Kingston, right?
Born and raised in Kingston, yep.
And working in Vancouver at the moment?
Yeah, currently working and making movies in Vancouver.
Speaking of movies, I've seen Send the Rain, and I'm still sweating. Um, you get the real sense of atmosphere, of impending doom, but you did it in the running time of what, 10 minutes? How do you tell a story? How do you set an atmosphere? How do you tell a story that's got so many levels underneath it? How do you do that in a short amount of time?
It's incredibly challenging. It's incredibly challenging. There was a lot of rewrites on this script for that exact reason. How do you fit that whole moment or all of those moments into one 10-minute film or one short film? I think for me, the biggest pieces are visual. There's not a lot of dialogue in this film. And I think that, if you set up the right visuals and the right framework of the story, you're going to be able to let people see that build up and see the result.
And there's a lot of small details. For one thing, the use of handheld camera. You could just as easily have nailed the camera down to the sticks to do this, but the handheld gives you a sense of uneasiness. It doesn't let the viewer settle in. You're wondering. The also the use of things like water. When she guzzles down water at the very beginning, that made me sweat because I'm thinking, oh boy, and the sound. And also the special effects. How did you do that? Was that special effects or did you shoot on location in a fire?
We did not shoot on location in a fire. So we were quite lucky to have a fantastic VFX compositor. And what we did was we just shot stills, or sorry, not stills. We shot locked off shots. And then we took fire footage from other wildfires and layered that in to try to build up the tension in that space.
It's really convincing. It looks really, really good. And the idea for this, where did this come from? Do you have a personal connection to the subject matter? What inspired you to make this particular film?
It was kind of two things that happened at the same time. So I was working on some documentary work up north in British Columbia, and very much seeing the results of the wildfires, both the smoke and also talking to people who had experienced either losing their homes or being told to leave their homes and were really struggling with those decisions. That summer, I also lost a woman who was like a second mother to me growing up. And so thinking about her and her relationship to my home, Kingston, and then thinking about all of these individuals struggling with their relationship to their home, those kind of two ideas came together, and that's how the story came together.
And just going back to the film itself, tell me just very briefly what the story is about.
Absolutely. So Send the Rain follows Alice, who's an artist and a homesteader in rural BC, and follows her while she makes a decision whether she's going to stay or leave her family home during the BC wildfires.
Very, very good. Well, as I say, I'm still sweating. I'm still. It gave me a lot to think about in terms of, both as a film and as how to tell a story without a lot of dialogue. It also made me really think, what would I do in that situation? If my everything I'd invested my life in is in peril, does that imperil me?
It's huge. And the reality is, like, climate related disasters like this have just continued since I've written this script, right? Especially in British Columbia, but all over the world, we're seeing more and more people losing their homes, and what that's going to mean and continues to mean for people is such a big discussion.
It certainly is, and we're out of time to discuss it now. So, Haley, thanks. Congratulations on making a fine little film, and hope the audiences at the film festival get to see it and get to think.